Oh.
And they're like, "Oh, thank you so much." He's like, "Yeah, you give me $200 and I'll bring it to you." And they got irate. They started like, "Look, motherfucker," and just started talking shit to the deal. And the other one, I was looking all the pranks up, right? And there was one that said, "Oh, you're selling my MacBook Pro on Craigslist." And so I was like, ooh. So I went on fucking Craigslist and found somebody that was selling a MacBook Pro. And I called his number with the deal.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that was horrible. This
That's
dude
smart.
was talking. It was honestly, it was one of the greatest ones that I've done. But he was just like, "Look, motherfucker, I didn't steal your goddamn MacBook Pro. I'm selling these motherfuckers online."
Hey, for those of you just tuning in, so we were live in a part 1, and then all of a sudden, YouTube just flagged our video and took us down because my uncle was saying the N-word, I believe, because we prank phone called him. So shame on him. Russell just asked if we're live, and I said, yes, we're live, and he should be streaming in. Hey, we're up to 4 streamers. For those of you guys that are tuned in watching, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and like that button. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. Everything helps. Yeah, man. So what I hope happens is this upload, the first part uploads on the YouTubes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe I can edit in. Let's see. We got flagged for. Yes, in our last video that we were doing live, apparently we got flagged for racism.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it said.
That was quick though.
Yeah, that was very quick. I guess that means people at home, people that work for YouTube, have nothing better to do, so they're.
Well, nobody has anything better to do. It's like, I'll just watch YouTube videos and flag people for saying the N-word.
I guess. He said, "What's up, nigga?"
All right, now.
We're finna get fucking flagged.
Yeah, we're gonna get flagged again.
It's gonna happen again.
You're gonna get flagged again. You better knock it off.
So I kind of want to show this off because I'm a loser and I'm very excited about this. Gabe, let me ask you this question. Are you a Star Wars fan, sir?
I am.
You are. Check out this little sexy little thing I got behind me. And Carter, I know you have yours.
Nice.
And I would love, Carter, I know you want to show yours off if I show you mine. Well, God, that sounds sexy.
That's all right.
Look at this. This is the 4K version of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker.
I got my little memes right here.
What are they? Let me pull them. Yo, I love it.
I got my little Chewie, and I got my little Ewok.
Carter, what do you got there? Solo. Nice.
Solo.
Nice.
Dom, you gotta bring out your Yoda.
Oh, well, Yoda's actually home. I didn't bring Yoda with me to the
Oh,
studio
you're not
today.
at home. Oh.
No, I'm not. Carter over there with Rogue One.
He has no internet at his
Rogue One is probably one of the best, if not the best. Just saying.
Oh, I agree. Star Wars The Force Awakens 3D. Yes. And there's Sarah there looking bored out of her life.
I was actually just on my iPad looking at the YouTube.
Oh, were you
Seeing how it
really?
was set up. Yeah.
Yeah, she was saying if we got flagged again.
I was actually I just wanted to see what it looked like. Yeah.
What? Oh, are you watching it right now on your iPad?
Well, not anymore.
Well, were you able to see like me doing all the transitions and stuff like that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I love it. Love it, Carter. Look at that. Love it. So if you pull it up on Gabe, are you watching at home too, or no?
Me?
Yeah.
Look, you want to see
I
it?
have you on my laptop.
Nice. What were you saying, Sarah?
I said, look, you want to see it?
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like. Oh.
That is not what I wanted to do. What is happening?
I don't know. Oh wow! Look at that. Look how cool that looks.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah, go ahead and like that video. Hey, Russell, welcome to the show. Everybody, give it up
I
for
dozed off.
Russell. He's he finally joined in. Yes, Sleepy's awake. Give it up for him.
I told you he was asleep.
What?
What?
I told you he was asleep.
Russell, be honest. Were you beating your meat, Denise Wadehofer?
Earlier.
He's got the Corona chan and taking that.
Russell.
No. Actually, they told me I just have a cold, so I feel better anyway. So.
I want to personally introduce you, Russell, to our very first woman on the show besides my wife, Sarah Chiodo here. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Hi.
Russell, yes, she is engaged. No, I will not give you your phone number to her or vice versa.
Okay. She lives in, Pennsylvania?
As far as you know.
So that would be useless to me anyway.
But, Russell, are you caught up on Tiger King?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Binged it in one night.
Damn.
Jeez.
What's your favorite moments from Tiger King?
Oh.
Is it Carol?
Yeah. She's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in this show is an awful human being, but still.
Okay.
So y'all got flagged for racism?
Yeah, I don't know how the hell that happened.
Like quick too. Like they were like.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just cut off mid show, and it just fucking.
Oh, that's why you dropped out.
Who, me?
Oh, what the
Yeah.
hell is this?
Right?
That could be why I dropped out.
Yeah.
But I had to quickly pull it up. I wonder if I go to the YouTube, if I go to the channel, I wonder if the video will be there.
Probably not.
Got the little
You
gray
got flagged for racism.
Maybe. Somebody start a conversation while I edit this real quick and fix this. All right. Somebody say
Yeah,
something.
we're all just quiet.
I guess
So my mind really hasn't woken up yet. So.
Oh, Russell would be a good person to ask this question because he's fucking he don't give a shit.
What?
I showed my sexy hair picture.
Uh-huh.
You look like what was the dude from
wow.
Pete Burns.
Pete Burns. Eye patch hair at Pete Burns.
Okay.
And they said fucking Nickelback, which I take offense to. Thank you very much.
I'm still gonna stick with Pete Burns.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather be Pete Burns than the dude from Nickelback.
That would be Chad Kroger.
Who?
Chad Kroger is his name.
Nickelback dude? Yeah.
So,
All right.
okay, so real quick, I'm on my YouTube studio,
No, you're not.
and it actually says why the video was turned off. And that's because it flagged the title of the video, Hey All Cool Cats and Kittens, as inappropriate content.
What?
Yeah.
That stupid bitch Carol Baskin.
Title?
There's no way that's true.
Just the title?
Yes, I'm looking at it right now on my YouTube studio.
Wait, read it again. Read it again. And read it slowly.
Slowly.
Well, he has to read everything.
Your video has been flagged due to inappropriate content, and it has what's it called? The quotations as the inappropriate content. Hey, all cool cats and kittens, and that's why it's saying it's.
So this one's gonna get flagged.
Yeah, this is part 2. It's gonna get flagged too.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah.
It won't even let me go back and like.
See how long it lasts.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it?
Who am I thinking of? An ugly Kelly Kapowski.
An ugly Kelly Kapowski. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm down for that.
What's her name? Tiffany Amber Thiessen. That's it. Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
I can never forget that name.
Hey Carter, real quick, do you want to get into any of the history that you got going on behind you?
The history?
Yeah, and you know, kind of go into detail of the stuff you have behind you that you brought to the table today.
Well, I guess y'all can see I'm a
Babe,
big
see
comic
stuff he's
fan
got?
and stuff. So
See
I've
stuff he's
got
got?
my Harley
Harley Quinn.
statue here,
Right.
and my Joker statue here, And this picture here is an original framed Bruce Timm drawing. And he's the one who designed all the characters from the Batman animated series.
Nice.
So he's the one that actually designed this character.
That's amazing. Chris, do you have any questions for Carter?
Me? No.
Hey, I don't know if you've heard about this, Carter, but I heard they were doing I think it's McFarlane Toys is doing a line of Batman characters or Batman figures based off of the animated series characters.
Well, they've done a wide variety of figures from all DC characters from different.
But these are some that didn't even show up in the show.
I haven't heard anything about that. I've just seen some of the newer ones that come out. They're not that great, really.
I don't know if it was McFarlane Toys or someone else.
So, this is really weird. The video hasn't been. This is so weird. So, I just copied a video, and look, I'm gonna go ahead and send a link out to you guys, and you'll be able to view it. So, Andy, here, I just sent you the video, and you can click on the link, and you can watch everything that we just did.
I can click on the link?
Yeah, and the video is up. It's showing that it's up.
So how do you guys feel about Robert Pattinson as Batman? I'm to it.
Not liking it at all.
I think it's trash.
What?
It's dumb as shit.
No way. No way.
Y'all see Tenet, and then we'll talk.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
reserving my judgment until I actually see a trailer or something.
As long as it's not like totally in the daylight, I'm fine with it.
I think the suit is interesting, but I think the cowl and like the bat, whatever you want to call it, the ears, I think they should be bigger, and then it would look like the animated series, and it'll look.
Yeah, the ears look weird for some reason.
Because they're short. They're like. They look like an inch. They should be like a lot
They're super funny. They look like he's just gonna go like and try to kill somebody with them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm actually
I should be Batman.
What?
Gabe should be
He should be Batman.
He should be Batman.
What do you guys think about the other casting? I think Zoe Kravitz would be fine as Catwoman, personally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know about Paul Dano or whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever his last name is, as the Riddler.
Oh, he's gonna be so good as the Riddler, hands down.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Have you seen the movie? No. Jake Gyllenhaal and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. What's that movie called?
What?
Logan.
What?
Logan?
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't in Logan.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. The movie came out a couple years ago. Hugh Jackman's
Prisoners. It's Prisoners, I think.
No.
Oh, I love Bubble Boy.
No. Listen. Hugh Jackman's child was abducted.
Yeah, it's Prisoners.
Prisoners. Yes, there you go. He is fucking weird. He is creepy, and he's I don't know.
I love the movie Bubble Boy.
Somebody asked, has anyone seen Lighthouse? Yes. Lighthouse.
I've seen a Lighthouse.
Who's YB? There's somebody watching called YB. Hello, YB. Yes, Lighthouse is a what?
My friend Reagan. That's Joe's wife.
That's your friend?
All right, Dom, we're going to bed.
Okay, good night. We're going to bed, you and I?
Yeah.
Weird.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, join in anytime you want. I'll see you later.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you too, bye.
Dom,
Yeah.
What, 9:30?
I clicked on the link.
Wow.
This video has been removed.
Jesus.
TOS.
See, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to kind of pull the video online, pull it from online, because it's saved there. It's in my YouTube studio. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to pull it and then upload it as like part 1, and then people can click on this one as part 2.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I just burped.
Yeah, there's no way that "Hey You Cool Cats and Kittens" is the reason that it got taken
That's
down.
what it's saying. That's what YouTube is saying in the YouTube studio. YB just says at the Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson. He was fantastic. Does anybody know who this person is?
It's Yvonne.
It's Yvonne. Yeah.
It's Joe's wife.
Oh, the Joe's wife. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Joe's wife.
Look, Yvonne. I didn't know who this was. I'm very curious about the people that are watching. Hello, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're on. Let me quickly do this. Hey,
we're glad anybody watches.
What'd you say?
I said we're glad when anybody watches.
Since we've been about 40 minutes in, let me quickly do this. And of course, you guys over here are probably watching. Nope, that's the intro to the show. Background. I should probably turn off screen grab, but.
The intro to the show?
What?
The 15-minute intro to the show?
Well, it's not 15 minutes. It's a minute to the show.
A minute is way too long.
No,
bro.
it's not.
Like,
a minute is.
I can feel myself wanting to tune out while I'm waiting for you to say something while the song.
You, sir. I know everybody's looking at my computer right now. No, that's not it. Cancel.
Oh, shit, yeah, Russell's here. We have the complete set of Titans of Infinite Trivia.
What?
The winners of the DC Hippodrome Trivia Challenge.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And
our $10 gift cards that we can't spend because they're closed now.
How ridiculous is that?
Can't spend. You can't use them to buy a ticket to a movie either, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't buy a ticket. It's only for food.
Well, the food's an expensive thing there.
Yeah.
Okay, so question for you guys.
Yeah.
So there's rumors that Johnny Depp's going to be the Joker for this new Batman movie.
Not gonna
However,
happen.
Please, God, no.
I really want it to be Willem Dafoe. I feel
wow.
like
So
Willem
awesome,
Dafoe
bro.
would be great as the Joker, personally.
Willem Dafoe is great in anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that big ass smile, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like with the Joker makeup, yeah, it would be perfect. But I feel like they're gonna try and get like a lot of star power in this movie because not everybody is a fan of Robert Pattinson. So I feel like they have to do it, and because like apparently like the trilogy is gonna be like the Rogues Gallery and everything, like I feel like they're just trying to get big names to like fill those spots, and I feel like they're not going to go with like the best choice, which would be Willem Dafoe, in my opinion.
Right.
But I don't know.
He-
They have other, like, I'm looking here, and they have like Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, which I feel like that's good casting. Like, I feel like he'll be a good Commissioner Gordon. And then they have John Turturro as Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
Which I also kind of really okay with because I feel like that would be solid.
Right.
And then they're saying like Peter Sarsgaard is going to be Two-Face, which not opposed to that either. I feel like that'd probably be pretty good, but I don't know. And then they're saying Colin Farrell is the Penguin.
Yeah.
So
And Andy Serkis is Alfred, right?
Yes.
yeah. So I feel like this could be good. But like, I hate Robert Pattinson. Like, I just can't get past like Twilight. I'm gonna be watching the movie. I'm gonna be like, he's a fucking vampire. like he's not a bat. He's a vampire.
I don't know.
Like,
So
Batman's gonna have powers and turn into a fucking bat now. Like, this is just ruins the movie for me.
It's gonna be horrible when he starts to sparkle. He won't be able to stay hidden.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Well, what did you
Like,
say
I can't
about
get
Heath
to
Ledger
it.
after Dark Knight came out?
I know.
I thought, they brought back, Jokers.
I actually had to watch that film. I was forced to.
Really?
watch what film?
Yeah, I had to preview it at the theater I worked in.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yep.
Hey, sorry guys. I OBS was kind of glitching, so there's going to be a moment where I just threw up the logo and nobody was being seen, but people could hear you. Real quick, does anybody want to take a quick break and kind of grab something to eat, use the restroom, do anything that they want to use or do?
I'm good.
I'm chilling for
I
now.
want to use.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up some tunes. I'm gonna put us on. We'll be right back, taking a break, and because I have Maverick here in the studio today, and she's
anxious.
She's getting anxious over here, so
All right.
I gotta take her out. So if you guys would mute your mics for a little bit. And then let me go ahead and get. Did you say?
Nope.
Let me go ahead and get this set up. All right, guys. We will be right back to. We'll be right back to ChiodoLive in a few minutes.
I'm swaying to the music.
The stone ball version. Yeah, I bet that.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm gonna post like a the back part. And it shows like a little bit better like this too.
It looks like a normal car.
Yeah, it looks like a muscle car that like has a little bit of a back.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything. I mean, looking at that picture, the cow looks slightly better, but
Mine's still there. There it is. I don't know. I kind of like it on the car guy.
yeah, it looks like a standard muscle car, just like a little bit.
Oh, as a car, I like it. As the Batmobile, I don't.
Doesn't really look. I want it to look more standard.
Usually, I should look on the Batmobile.
It's very
Unless they're trying to make this movie more like, you know, I don't know, modern.
maybe it's just like a little more reality things.
Yeah.
Because you can see the roll cage sticking out in areas,
Yeah.
and where's that third picture? There it is.
All right, guys. We are back from that quick little break. Oh man, it's starting to play on me again. What is going on? There we go. Sorry about that.
I like how it's got in the third picture. I like how it's got the it's street legal. It's got the stoplight at the top of the back window.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
So I sent a picture on the chat in Google Hangouts, and it's like 3 stills of the Batmobile.
We were talking about how you're
yes,
a closeted homosexual.
You what? Fuck you. Let me see if I can pull up the chat so everybody can see.
And then I have another picture of the bat bike.
Hey, if you want, Gabe, you can go ahead and screen share. That'll be easier than sending it to the chat and we all can see.
Let me see. How do I do that? From here.
I think it's the 3 dots.
Yeah, if you go to 3 dots and then hit share screen up at the corner, and you'll be able to pull it up.
I think Chris dropped off again.
Yeah, that's okay. He'll be
I'm
back
still
on.
here. Video's not.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. Wow. Yes.
There we go.
That's what happened the last time you dropped off. Is the avatars popped up and you were like, whoosh.
So that's the bat bike. And a little bit more of a close-up of the, like the suit, I guess.
Okay, so all right, one thing to remember, right? That's a stunt double.
Oh, for sure. That's not
what?
Batman. Does not look like him whatsoever.
Right.
It looks more like Ben Affleck because he's got the butt chin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, that looks like Affleck.
Yeah, so you have to remember right here what we're looking at, guys. That's a stunt double. Okay, the one of the reasons why the cow looks so weird is because they have to physically give him a helmet while he's riding, or what's it called, for insurance purposes. So he doesn't have the standard helmet on him. If you look closely on his face, that's actually not a butt chin. Those are dots on his face. If you look closely, he's got dots, especially right there. You can see it pretty well in his chin, because they're obviously going to be replacing that with Robert Pattinson.
What is the oh shit.
Thank you for explaining CGI to me, Dom.
Well, also,
I didn't know what that was at all.
Yeah, Dom.
Also, too, for our viewers, we have to explain these things too as well.
What's the part on the where the headlight is on the bike?
Let's go ahead and pull that back up.
Sorry, I like this too,
Yeah, I
right
want
here.
to see
He crashes at the end.
I wonder why he tips the bike. I wonder why.
The street's probably fucking wet because they like to shoot on wet streets.
Well, he's obviously doing a stunt.
There's too much power in that bike. He's coming along, and he tweaks it, and it kicks out once.
Yeah, it looks right there. He tweaks it and then tries to stop it right there.
Ooh.
I have never understood the whole wet streets thing. Like every time there's a night scene, the streets are wet. I don't get it.
There's the reason behind that is it gives traction. It gives traction on the wheels.
That's another look of it right there.
Are you crazy? Water does not give traction on wheels.
Rain, dude, you don't get more traction in the wet.
Okay, well if they're doing stunts, it helps them. See, I don't hate. The one thing I really don't like,
dude. Even scenes where there's not any stunts being done in movies, like at night, the streets are still wet.
Okay.
They can just be people walking down the street.
All right.
Streets still wet.
Another reason why they do it, have you ever noticed the water gives off like extra lighting, and it gives like back coloring sometimes and helps light the set in certain ways.
Okay, here's the reason. Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing because the streets look all slick. And if you did it in the dry, they always do test runs, just like this one right here. And if you've ever watched an older TV show where they've filmed the scene previously, like rehearsed it with the car, there's already fucking tire marks on a dry pavement.
Yeah.
And you
the
can
Batman we deserve.
Yes, agree. The Batman we deserve.
Up to the camera, and so that's another reason why they don't do it. But now they could do it because they could just take the old shit out digitally.
Yeah,
if they wanted to.
See, okay, so do you have? Before you go down, go back up to that one photo.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the first.
So if we look at it, okay, if he was to get hit, somebody hit him or smack like those ears are going right into his stomach. He's getting impaled, big time. But I definitely like. I'm not hating the suit. The only thing I'm kind of hating is the arrow arms. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what that is. I don't really understand. Now I know a lot of people have complained online that hey, why are we seeing a lot of Batman but there's no cape? Well, it's a lot easier to make a movie if there's the cape's not already attached. I'm sure they're going to put that in digitally. I would be very impressed if they, or it would be ballsy if they don't add a cape, but I think they will.
What is that? What is the? I don't know. I don't think it's called a cowl, but the part around the headlight.
All right, I'm back.
Like, it's not a windscreen or anything, but it's reminding me of something like, I don't know, like the animated series or just the look of it. I don't know what it is.
Carter, do you know what that is?
I mean, it's not like, huh?
I don't know. It's just supposed to look like a bat. That's how they designed it, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kicking me back to like the animated series or something. I mean, the original Bat bike. I was thinking like the original like '66 Batman bike.
Almost like Batwoman's, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. It just looks familiar. I can't place it, especially in the first one that you did when he's coming up the graveyard.
So I haven't.
Right there.
You know what I think, and what I really like about this this Batman is I really hope Batman isn't just using his money building all this shit. I hope he does, but at the same time, what I hope is a lot like the motorcycle and the car that we see. I really hope that is Thomas Wayne's stuff. And Bruce Wayne kind of he starts tweaking with it and playing around and the Batmobile.
Found a car in the garage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a modern fucking engine in there. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Gabe, are you able to pull up a picture of the back of the car? Do you have one?
Yeah, it's like the third picture.
All right, there we go.
Look at that. It almost looks like it's got exposed rocker arms on it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. If he gets shot in the back, I mean, he's fucked. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, Russell. Also, too, it almost looks like there's a bat back there, too, as well.
Yeah, because
And
then it has a little thing right here too.
Fire's gonna come out of the middle of that thing, or what?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes, I definitely.
It looks like some kind of a turbocharger because it looks like it ties directly into the fuel system.
Well, yeah, and it's got like two exhausts right here too.
Okay.
I like how there's the roll.
That's an exhaust, and then that's probably where the fire's gonna come out, quote unquote.
I like where they have the roll cage. I like how that's in there too. Now, if you can go back to the front, oh well, that's the side. Now, do they have? Is it 2-seated or is it just 1-seated? I can't tell.
Loud as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Because you can see the exhaust right there, 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be loud as shit.
But go. Can you zoom in? Can you see if it's 1-seated or 2-seated? I guess it gets a little
Enhance.
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 I can't really tell.
To the right.
Is he running a red light?
You see the
Oh,
steering wheel.
there's a flux capacitor.
There you go.
Look, I can see the date on it.
Okay, so that almost looks like. So the passenger seat, it doesn't really look like a passenger seat. If anything, it kind of looks like.
That looks like a nitrous bottle.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's gonna go Dom Chiodo on us.
You got friends. I got family.
Yeah. You know, I think it's really cool. We're seeing images of the Batman. We are seeing the car, the suit. We're seeing the little production stills. And now it's almost like, okay, I'm going to see Zoe Kravitz. I'm going to see what Catwoman looks like.
Well, the cape's in that one.
Yeah, the cape is. He's wearing the cape.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if he's. Yeah. See that the cape's in this one.
It seems like they're taking hints from when they released Ben Affleck as Batman, because I remember first they gave us the bat suit, and then they gave us the car with the bat suit. I don't know if anybody else remembers.
If you think about it, a cape riding a fucking motorcycle is not a good idea.
No, it's dangerous. Carter.
That shit caught up in the wheel, you're fucked.
And here's some other stills too of like just him on a regular bike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Now, that could be, maybe that's Thomas Wayne's bike, and then like he rebuilt it or something.
well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that he's going to take that bike and kind of play around with it. I really hope. Now, everything that they're saying about this movie is he's supposed to be a detective Batman. Gabe, let me ask you this real question. Have you read The Long Halloween or The Dark Victory?
I have not.
You have not. Okay. So
But they're saying like that's what the inspiration is, like this comic book arc for like the Batmobile or some shit.
really, Carter, you work at the comic book store, and I mean, you read a lot of Batman. What are your thoughts on this take of Batman?
I think it's interesting. I hope it's something a little bit different than we've seen before. We don't want the same thing rehashed. I don't want to see the same ridiculous Batmobiles from the Joel Schumacher movies.
Right.
So I'm hoping this is pretty cool.
I want nipples and an extra large bulge.
Jesus. Is Chris still here, or did Chris leave?
I didn't leave. I'm still here.
Oh, you just turned your camera off.
Camera. I don't know why my camera's not working.
Gone.
I don't know.
Internet was messing up on him. So.
What's up, Carter?
Russell's internet was messing up.
Yeah.
He was saying it in text, so he said he's out of here.
Death Trout says my internet sucks. No worries, Russell. No worries. Hey, for those of you tuning in and watching, hey, welcome to ChiodoLive number 10, part 2 on the Chiodo Entertainment Network. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Every like counts, and that helps us grow as a channel, and that helps us being able to succeed. Also, too, we have a studio that is currently in the works of being built, but that won't start until we're all together. And also, Gabe, once we kind of finally get things going, and if you ever have time, man, we gotta get you in studio on the show for real, man.
Heck yeah! Whenever this quarantine shit's done.
Yeah, I know.
I'll take a trip up to Dallas, because I've actually never been to Dallas. So.
You've never been to Dallas?
No, I think it's like something about like, you know, being an Eagles fan. It's like I'd have to wear an Eagles jersey the whole time and like story related stuff. So, you know, it's like the devil. You know, you can't go into the church because that's like, you know.
Yeah.
It burns when I get to the limits.
Yeah, pretty much. I see. I had a whole list here, and let me go ahead and pull this up. Oh, have you guys seen? All right. Now, Carter, I know if you've seen it. Gabe, have you watched Aquaman?
I have.
Okay. How do you like Jason Momoa?
I think he did a good job as Aquaman. I think he made Aquaman. I feel like growing up and looking at all the superheroes, you know, there was always that idea that Aquaman's gay. So I think like Jason Momoa took that and like switched it to make him seem a lot more badass than he is.
Yeah.
And I actually like that because it makes Aquaman like stand out, because everybody's like huge and buff, and then in the comics and in the original animated series, like Aquaman has like tights, and he's just like very like, hey guys, I'm Aquaman, I talk to fish.
I talk to fish.
You're like, okay, Aquaman, go sit in the fucking back. Nobody's gonna choose you for a mission.
We don't need fucking shrimp on this mission.
Exactly. We don't need a bunch of dolphins on land, so you're useless. Please sit on the bench for this one. So I think like Aquaman, like with Jason Momoa, definitely made him feel like he's actually useful. But don't get me just started on Justice League, because I love the CW shows personally, and I hate the fact that I'll give the guy that did the Flash. I think he did it good, but I just really love Grant Gustin as the Flash.
Yes,
personally.
Grant Gustin is amazing.
I think he's the best like Flash that we've seen live, in my opinion. And same thing goes for, you know, Arrow. I think
my boy Steven.
I think he's the best Arrow that we could have asked for.
Oh yeah.
While the show sucked, I'll give you that.
Whoa.
And
Whoa. Those are fighting words, man.
I really really like Ezra Miller's
Flash.
Yeah.
He did all right. He did. But I gotta admit, Grant Gustin, he's
Oh yeah, I like
he is Flash.
Yeah, I like Flash. I just don't like that the show is.
I've had to do
They
it.
kind of followed the Arrow archetype to be okay. Let's be all dramatic and stuff, and I'm just like, the Flash isn't all that dramatic. It's supposed to be, kind of, just jokey and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I love Arrow, but I think that some of the seasons were shite. So
yeah, I just
like the first season, I was like, yes, it's like Dark Arrow. Like he's so like gritty and just like doesn't care. Like he just
failed the city.
Exactly. I was just like, yes, and then like the whole Felicity thing kind of killed it for me. Like in the middle there. And then the last 2 seasons redeemed themselves, but Jesus Christ, the whole Felicity arc was like, kill me now, like. And then like they're doing the same thing with with Flash though, like it's just like we are the Flash. Shut up, Iris. No, you're not. Please sit down. You're annoying. You're so annoying. Like Iris was such a good Iris was so good until she was like, we are the Flash.
Carter, I don't know if you muted yourself by accident or on purpose.
No, I did it on purpose. I'm trying to talk to my son.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Right.
Has anybody seen The Boys on Amazon?
Yes, fantastic. I love it. That's how it's perfect.
I loved it. How'd you like how they did the Aquaman character?
Fantastic. He's as douchey as I wanted him to be.
Yes,
he's perfect.
I watched it just the other day. And
they did that for a reason, though, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. They're definitely like making fun of the old school Aquaman.
Yeah. They're like, okay, OG Aquaman is very flamboyant and very like out there. So they're like, they did the complete opposite, of making him just like a misogynistic like asshole. They're just like, oh yeah, you want to be on the part of the team? Okay, well.
Now, are any of you guys watch now? Carter, I don't know if you're still watching The Watchmen. I don't know if it's still on or not, but how did you like that?
It's done and over with. It was cool. It was a cool kind of like addendum to the original series.
Was that HBO?
Yeah, it was on HBO. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I heard good things about it.
Yeah.
Didn't he ask what HBO is?
You'll find out in due time.
in due time at HBO After Hours. No.
Now's a good time to ask my Carter questions.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead and ask your Carter questions.
Carter. Okay, now since you have taken over whatever school district's jobs of teaching your children, do you let them sleep late?
Well, I would if they would sleep late, but
oh wow,
this one here still gets up at 7 a.m. almost every day.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Like, come on, man.
7 a.m. Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, and my other question was, I told somebody this earlier, and I can't remember who it was, but are the teachers still getting paid even though they're not doing anything?
That's a good question.
And why aren't they doing something like this where they can
they are
on the internet? So you just like chicka and.
Well, actually, we do like a Zoom meeting with them at least once or twice a week.
Okay.
So, and then we're doing the Google Classrooms, of course, so they can go and get their assignments that way or do some of them online. So there's some interaction. We're not totally up to us.
Totally SOL.
Totally homeschool.
Yeah.
Totally homeschool.
Just getting them motivated to actually do the work's the hard part.
When this is all over, are you going to send them a bill? Be like, okay, this is how many hours I worked as a teacher.
Or at least get a refund on it. On what
they're doing your tax return.
Really? Okay, that's all my Carter questions.
So
I thought you had more than that.
Well, I expected it to be a longer conversation.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You answered very succinctly.
Right. Well, I'm not a man for a lot of words, I guess.
But the words that you do use are gold.
Yes, Carter
Yeah.
is. Carter, he's very Gabe. Carter is very quiet, but I mean, he can throw down. You know what I'm saying? Like he can slide some things in there, and you're like, wait, did you really just say that?
And when he does, it comes as such a surprise. It's like, what? Carter's? That was awesome.
You coming? You coming?
Yeah, well, I'm just loud and obnoxious, so I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I'm loud. You know, so I want your honest opinion, Gabe, because I know in high school I could have been an asshole or a douche, I guess, or a tool. Let's say tool. I was a huge tool in high school.
Okay.
What was your honest opinion? What did you think about me in high school? Be real.
I liked you. I thought you were cool, dude.
Really?
I was very different in high school. I'm not the same person that I was in high school. I went through a lot of shit, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm a better person from it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I used to be really quiet, and I was like the nerdy kid in high school. And I had like my clique, I guess, who were like my friends that I hung out with. But I don't know. I thought you were chill, dude.
See,
I think
oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't think you were a dick or anything. But that was with me. I always hold people at it's just me.
We don't.
See, my problem was, all right. I'm a nerdy guy. You know, I'm
big
still a
was your high
nerdy guy. And in high school, I
Carter.
performed a lot. If it's either on stage or film or doing this, so I kind of had an ego about myself.
Sure.
The problem too, I wasn't sure where I fit in high school, and like, I really found solace in myself, and like where I fit in was BWTV.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know what BWTV is,
Don't.
so BWTV,
Enlighten.
what?
Baywatch television?
Yeah, I wish.
Yes.
Big wuss television.
Somebody said Jesus C. Fapping says, imagine if Gabe went off and exposed you. Hashtag canceled. This live stream is almost too wholesome for me to watch. Whoever that is.
That's my buddy Jesus. We play video games together.
Oh, do you?
He's a good dude. Yeah.
No, man. We talk some shit on this show. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And then I'll turn around and do the same thing. Yeah, tell all your friends that we're on that I produce a shitty show.
Above pimping ourselves out.
What?
We are not above pimping ourselves out.
That is true. Yeah. So I mean, like, I had an ego about myself. Like I said, I really didn't find solace and where to connect until we started. So BWTV was a thing when we were freshmen, and then I feel like it really took off, and we really changed it around. Was about 10th or 11th grade when I got involved.
If I was the way that I am now in high school, I would have loved to be on BWTV. But when I was in high school, I was like the biggest pussy that anyone could have ever known. I was the most like quiet, and I would just like hang out with my like group of friends, and I wouldn't like really. Everybody, I feel like everyone knew who I was, but that wasn't always the best thing because they were just like, "Oh, just Gabe," and I was just like, "Yeah, it's just me." Like, I just did my own shit. Like, I didn't do anything in high school until like I got to college, and I like kind of like rounded out my personality.
See, I have to agree. I kind of did the same thing. Oh, and Jesus, by the way, my name is Dom Chiodo. Thank you. Yes, for saying unnamed host. Where was I? See, this type of thing, Walker and how he was. This was something that I wanted, that I presented to him, not so much ChiodoLive and Movie Talk, CHIODO Movie Talk. it was such a small concept back then, and I was like, hey, Walker, how about we do this and on Friday, and we sit and talk movies, and we sit and talk this, and Walker was like, that sounds dumb. No. So,
but like, if you look at like of when we were in high school and like YouTube back then, imagine like starting that shit like back then, dude, you would be popped off by now. Like, you know what absolutely. I mean? Because that's a lot of like that's how YouTube algorithm worked back in the day, like you could blow up and like be huge now and be making a shit ton of money because, well, I guess YouTube changed because I feel like YouTube now is a lot of either, and there's subgenres of YouTube, right? So there's like gaming, and then there's like a lot of vlog content now that is like, stuff like this could have blown up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you started it early.
So my wife, she's on the YouTubes, and that's her thing. She does blogging. Andy, nice shirt. The Darth Vader. What is that, a book? The Force is with you.
It's stickers.
Oh.
Actually, they're decals.
Gotcha. So she does YouTube. She started, I would say, a month before I did, right? Because originally, this group that you see here, we were podcast form. And yes, we are a podcast now, but we were broadcasting on Anchor, and hey, Chris, welcome back. We were on Anchor, and we were broadcasting that and putting together a show and building on Anchor and growing. Sorry, I was just reading the live chat. And we were growing, and then finally we had a situation where some dude was like, hey, we should stop doing audio only and go to YouTube. And at first I was very hesitant about it, but I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So we did, and we started out really shitty. Like, camera quality looked like somebody built it on a rock, and then we were broadcasting through a cereal box. We were bad. And now we're starting to get better, and we're learning as we're going. And what I need to do is get a dual monitor so I can have off on one screen, click, and do everything so the other screen stays recording. And But let me ask you this: if you could go back to high school, and this goes for anybody in the show, if you could go back as high school, as the person you are today, but not as the person you were back then, would you do it, and would you do things differently? Carter, let's start with you, man.
Oh yeah, I probably would, for sure. But
oops.
I would probably try to make less mistakes.
What type of mistakes did you make, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. Well, just not being as outgoing. You might think I'm quiet now, but in high school I was a lot more introverted, and I only had a couple of friends. So if I went back to high school, I'd try to be a little more outgoing and
right.
Just kind of chill. I think I was a little more uptight in high school.
Real quick, I know you said you were introvert and everything like that. Let me ask you this.
There we go.
Honest opinion, right? And you can just say yes or no. But were you a slut back then?
Absolutely.
No.
I was.
Did you say no?
Not by choice.
Not by choice.
What does that mean?
Damn, Carter. Okay.
Sounds like early Me Too movement or something.
All the girls are going to come out of the woodwork.
Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go run an errand.
Okay. Real quick, Carter. Behind the bleachers with anyone? Yes? No?
No, not at school.
Not at school.
Oh.
Where's the most craziest place you've ever done it? If it's in public, like at the park, where have you ever, craziest place? You don't have to say the name of the place, just outside or at a funeral or...
Funeral?
Or, you know what I mean? Student teacher conference.
Dorm room?
Dorm room? Okay. I dig it. Gabe, let's go to you.
That's all I can say.
How about you, man?
Which question? Both? Or?
Well, you already answered the one. The craziest place you've ever been intimate with someone.
Definitely my favorite was probably I went to the Dominican Republic with one of my ex-girlfriends, Sam, that I dated in college, and we got in like a apartment that we rented out that when we were there for like 2 weeks, and we did it on the balcony.
Oh shit!
During sunset, it was great. Right over the beach because it was like, here's the apartment, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Apartment. The beach is right here. So.
Damn.
If anyone was on that beach, they'd probably saw us, which was fantastic.
Now, did you have like a weird ass tan?
I mean, probably my ass was whiter than I am right now. Yeah, because I tan beautifully, but right now I'm hella white. So, yeah, probably.
Gotcha.
I probably saw my white cheeks.
Hold on 1 second.
That's what someone in the chat said.
What did they say?
Backseat of Dom's car. It's the craziest place that they've done it.
All right, Chris, how about you, man?
Front seat of a Mini Cooper in front of my house.
No way.
People walking by.
Front seat of a Mini Cooper.
No, she had a Mini Cooper.
Jeez, that's like tiny, dude. I can't do that. No, I'm too tall and lanky. That shit does not work for me.
How'd you even fit in there, man? How'd you get in there, I say?
That it wasn't getting in there. It was trying to move over to the other seat.
And then I would ask Andy, but he disappeared. So okay, I'm gonna spill my beans. So
I hope that's on.
Gabe, you would remember. 11th grade, before Tenet was rebuilt.
Good times. Back in OG Tenet.
Yeah, it was in... Do you remember... I'm trying to think where it was... Okay, so you know where we entered the... when we entered the building every morning and went up the steps?
Yeah.
In the old Tenet? There was a room... Do you remember the old AV room?
Yeah, it was like grungy as fuck.
Yeah, it was. And they would always put mats in there, like from the gym.
Yeah.
So they
So you just get in there all covered. Those gym mats probably were never washed in the 30 years that they were used.
Yeah. So
just perspiration and fucking bodily fluids everywhere.
Yeah. And this is this was my American Pie moment, okay? So I was dating somebody at the time, and name that I will not post online, maybe privately, but not out in the open. Sorry, Chris, didn't mean to go off. You seem like a great guy. What happened? Oh, it's Fat and the Furious.
Did Chris put the Mini in Mini Cooper?
That's great. Yeah, so in the old AV room, okay, at the time I was working on my grad project, and I was making a film. So that should kind of, I think we were in the same grad project class. That should kind of narrow it.
I think so, because I said something really cringy, and I still remember it, and I hate myself every single day. So I remember exactly what I said, and I was like, oh my God.
What did you say?
It came out of my lips, I was like, fuck, I hate my life.
What did you say? Say it.
I was like, because back then in high school, I wanted to be a pediatrician. So before I went to college and failed out of pre-med like a dumbass, which is something I would go back and fix if I could go back. But I did like my presentation on like pediatrician, and I shadowed my pediatrician or whatever.
Yeah.
Or no, I shadowed a doctor friend that I know that works at Link now, and I said something on the lines of like, fuck, what I said. I said like, someone asked me like, oh, why do you want to be a pediatrician? I really like kids and something else, and I was like, but it was like really cringy. I don't remember exactly the wording, but it was something on the lines of like, I really like kids, and like everybody just like looked at me like I was like a pedophile, and I was like,
oh, be a Catholic priest.
I was like,
what did you say, Carter?
You mean a Catholic priest?
Yeah, right. Except nah.
But yeah, so in the AV room, a bunch of us were working on the project, and the girl that I was seeing at the time kept rubbing my leg, and of course, raging hormones, right? And I was like, fuck. I was like, I really need to dick you down. Of course, I didn't say those words, but I was like, I really need to fuck. And she's like, well, we can wait until I get back to my house. And I was like, no, we're doing it here. And we had... I don't want to give out the names of the people because just in case they watch. So we had somebody be a lookout and not let anybody behind the the mats. So we laid down, and of course we were hooking up, and I wanted to, go inside of her, and she's like, "No, just let's do it over to clothes." And this is my American Pie moment. So we pretty much rubbed each other off. And dry humped in clothes, and of course I finished, and I was like, yeah, how about you? Did that feel good? And she said, yeah. And she looked so disappointed. So that was the first time I ever had sex in school. Well, I guess I wouldn't call that sex, but I didn't have sex in school until I was a senior while doing a play. What was it? What were we doing? Was Footloose the last one I did at Tenet? I think so. Anyway, in the fucking... Jesus, what do you call it? I don't know. Not the auditorium. It was... the
dressing room?
What? The green room. The green room.
Green room.
We went into the green room, and we locked the door, and then we missed our cues to get out on stage, but we had sex in there. And
they're like, where's Dom, guys?
Yeah, pretty much. And Mr. Dinkins wasn't too happy because he found out what happened. And then, of course, 6 months later, Mr. Dinkins gets in trouble for molesting students.
Yeah, can we talk about how our high school had three teachers that were child molesters and hooked up with students? Three. There was three in the 4 years that we were there that hooked up with students. And one of them was the coolest teacher at the school, and we were all like, no.
He was a dick to me. He didn't like me.
He was chill to me, but I was when I found out, I was like, what? And there was one that was the creepy old man. We're just not gonna name names.
Okay, so Gregory.
But we all. Yeah, you can go ahead and say his name. I don't know. I'm not going to say his name.
Well, I mean, look, we can say their names because one, we live in Texas now. Two, Chris is cracking. He's cracking.
I think he's in jail, isn't he? He has to be in jail, right?
No. Okay, so Gregory Bregman, right? He was a math teacher. And, of course, my grandmother worked in the cafeteria, and every morning I would come in and get free coffee. And until he found, I would come in and get coffee because they had a little coffee station, and Bregman would always pay for my coffee, which was fucking weird. And then he found out my grandma.
He was released on a $30,000 bail.
Jesus, $30,000?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Oh,
so he was sexting the student, and obviously the student was a 17-year-old boy. And he sent a photo of his genitals to the 17-year-old boy. This is the headline right here. Scott Bregman, 48-year-old Centennial School District math teacher, was arrested Wednesday for sending a photo of his genitals to a 17-year-old boy. And then he offered to tutor the kid.
Yep.
And then the police said the teen was not one of Bregman's students. However, police said Bregman was aware of the teen's age and that he was a junior. And then, he was charged with disseminating explicit sexual material to a minor and corruption of minors. Jeez. If convicted, he would be sentenced to 2 years in jail, but he was released on a $30,000 bail.
Do you?
I mean, the picture of this guy, though, look at him, he's a creep.
Yeah, pull him up so they can see what he looks like.
He's a creepy looking dude.
All right, hold on. Chris.
But then there was but Dinkins was also it was Dinkins, and then fucking what's his name? Yeah, fucking Swider. Yeah, 3 of them.
Do you have a picture of Greg? Someone said his name was Gregory. If you got his name, you're a pervert by default. That's not offensive or anything. That's the rules.
Yeah, it's right here. I pulled it up. So let me
So
screen
did he
share.
talk like that guy, Family Guy?
What?
Yeah.
Chris.
So right here. This is picture right here.
Oh, that's right. Scott Bregman. His name is Scott Bregman.
Scott Bregman. There we go.
That's it. I forgot. Okay, that's pretty funny. Chris,
That's him right there.
Wait, Chris, is that your brother, man? You two look a lot alike. Go back. Pull that back up. Chris. Oh.
Come on.
Make the face, Chris. Do it. You can do it. Make that face.
That's a low blow, John.
But yeah, she is right here, released on $30,000 bail.
Jesus.
And then there was these 2 guys too, where I pulled it up right here.
Yep.
So then there's Dinkins right here.
Yep.
And 11th, and he had 8 victims have been identified for inappropriate contact with several female students.
So one of the
What the fuck are y'all talking about? I leave for 2 minutes and all of a sudden we're in fucking deep ass fucking waters.
We're talking about how our high school had 3 pedophiles that were the
Please
teachers.
say that word on YouTube. You'll get demonetized.
So Dinkins.
Yeah.
So if you
Charged with 2 third-degree felony counts of unlawful sexual conduct with minors, 4 first-degree misdemeanor counts of corruption of minors, and 4 counts of second-degree misdemeanor indecent assault, and 6 counts of third-degree misdemeanor harassment. Jesus Christ, that's rough.
So
where the fuck was this?
Our high school. So Dinkins. Okay, so remember when I told the story of me dry humping the girl behind the what's it called? The fucking
green room.
Yeah, behind the
the AV room.
The AV room. Yeah, he actually sexually assaulted her. He would like pinch her ass and like other things. But
Jesus, the bail for him was $500,000, and he did he go to jail?
No, he did not go to jail, because he had a fucking good lawyer. He can't. If I remember correctly, he can't teach in the state of Pennsylvania, but he can in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
I mean, why would you want to be in Jersey though?
I think that's where.
And then there was Swider, who was the other one.
Yeah, dude. What is?
And Swider was reported a 17-year-old female student was involved in an inappropriate sexual relationship with Swider.
Do you remember her name? Who did it? Do you know who?
It was 50. I do remember, and she was a slut.
She was.
And she said, I'm pretty sure I remember her saying something of like she knew she was trying to do that or some shit.
So
because he wouldn't like leave his wife or something like that. I think that's what the story was. Like he wouldn't leave his wife for her. So like she got pissed at that. And I get it. You're 17 years old. Like of course he's not gonna leave his fucking wife for you. And then she went to the cops and was like, yeah, he was fucking me.
Yeah. So, okay, so she started out, as for any of you that don't know, obviously the ones in the show, she started out as a puck whore. Do you guys know what a puck whore is?
No.
She like to stick hockey pucks up her fucking vagina?
Close. She would sleep with the hockey players, and I don't think Tenet really had hockey players, did we?
No, it was all Wood. Wood had hockey players.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she would sleep with the Archbishop Wood, the Catholic boys, And then I guess, I don't know. I don't know. I want to know how the fuck this. The best part about this is, too, let me just say, Mr. Switer is a government teacher.
Yeah.
Taught government. And the whole time he would be like, it's not good to. I'm Canadian. I'm a source. LOL. Ice Bunny. Ice Bunny. Okay. That's it. Ice Bunny. He would always say, it's not good to cheat on your this person you're dating. And he was the government teacher that everybody liked. And it was so easy to pass his class, but I didn't because
you didn't give it up, did you, Dom?
No. So him and who was the other teacher that all you had to do was, if you did nothing at all in the class except current events every Friday, you pass. Who was that? Was that?
Was it the chick?
No, it was a male teacher. He always wore the Hawaiian shirts.
Oh fuck! What's his name? I can pull out my yearbook.
Yeah, he had a Thor's tattoo. Hold on, let's see. He's pulling it up.
Did y'all see this from Russell?
What?
Did y'all see this from Russell?
What's it say? Read it.
It says, Philly. Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw has announced that her department, in response to the pandemic, will no longer make arrests for all narcotics offenses, thefts from persons, retail and autos, burglary, vandalism, and fraud, and prostitution.
Jesus
Christ. Okay, so I can't find it, but I know who you're talking about. Let me see if I can remember.
I don't know.
He was an English teacher. God, I forget.
Oh, now it's all making sense.
What? But anyway.
Bachelor?
Who?
Bachelor?
Brian Bachelor? That sounds familiar.
No,
I'm looking
it wasn't Bachelor.
It wasn't Bachelor. Probably still work there.
Bachelor was the short guy. He's kind of he's stocky.
No, yeah, it was definitely Bachelor.
No, not Bachelor. Bachelor was a math teacher, and everybody made fun of Bachelor.
Freeze?
No, not Freeze. He was science.
No, Freeze was social studies.
Oh, social studies. This guy was an English teacher.
Let me see. I'm looking at the director. He might still work there.
Chris.
What?
Chris.
Oh. The fat dude?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bernie, right? Bernie Sharon.
No, not Bernie.
He was
not Bernie.
science.
Fuck, what was his name?
Oh, fuck, what was his name?
Russell said that's real.
See, I'm gonna have to go back and look.
My phone's dying, y'all. I'm calling it a night, y'all.
All right, Chris.
All right,
I'll see you, dude.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Was it,
back up my story.
It wasn't Veltri.
Sorry, Andy.
That's all right, man.
God,
I can't remember his name.
But if it's Mr. McCrease, that was a French teacher.
No, remember our student teacher? I think he's gone.
Yeah, Chris is gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
So if I expected, was it Brokenshire?
Yeah, wait, maybe Brokenshire.
He was science though.
I can't say her name. I'll probably get in trouble.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on.
I'm gonna text Chris. He's gonna flip out.
William Tennant High School. Tennant High School. He was right by Miss Tomlinson's classroom. English. Let's see.
He might actually jump back on. Why does it still say that he's here?
I don't know. It says his picture there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Important message. We get it. See the full site. Yeah, all Centennial school districts, blah, 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 closed. You can come. So apparently at all Centennial school districts, you can come pick up their lunch.
Apparently.
Yeah, or breakfast, and if your child is still in school. That's cool. Low key, I miss Tenet. I mean, it was a shit show, but I
It was a shit show, but it was not a bad school.
Also, too, our Walker, he got fired because of a BWTV video. Do you remember that?
No, what video was it?
Did you ever explain BWTV?
Oh, okay, so BWTV.
Was like,
what?
There was like a show that they did every morning, like in the beginning of the morning, like we would all like tune in our classrooms.
Yeah.
Run by students, and like it would be like the news, what's for lunch, and then they would like sometimes they would have like skits, and the skit be like the best part of it because like half of them were like stupid and hilarious, like and it was like the most random bullshit that like like high schoolers come up with, but it was just great.
Yeah, the best part was writing that shit. Like if you weren't in the video or whatever, there was a team of us behind videos writing the skits out and going, how can we make this fucky? What can we do that will just be like, what? So I don't know if you remember, Gabe, I did a video called Tenant Dirty Jobs, and somebody's popping back in. It might be Chris. I did Tenant Dirty Jobs where I went to a cow farm, a dairy farm. And I don't know if you remember this, but I put on a glove and I stuck my hand through. It
looks like Russell.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm not gonna use my video.
Okay.
Okay.
I put on a glove and I had a stick and I stuck my hand through the cow's, vagina and I inseminated a cow. So I'm now some cow's father.
Your dad?
Yeah, I'm a daddy now to a cow. And I remember, so Walker wasn't strict at all about what can go on air. So we would just load it up, and then we would be the ones that would queue it up for, what would pop up on TV.
The best shit that we had on Channel 1, I forgot what else we called it. Chris will remember if he ever jumps back on.
I remember Channel 1.
Yeah. Our shit was, they didn't let us do anything. Like, at one point, I think they let us play music in between the classes.
Right.
Like when you were going to your locker and getting shit.
Right.
And that was like the best part of the thing.
Yeah. I mean, we'd come up with all kinds of shit. We made videos of Officer Randy.
Yeah.
Mr. Gallagher. Oh, man.
They don't have, I just looked up on the BWTV like YouTube thing, and it doesn't have any of the old sketches or anything on it, sadly.
I'm so pissed off. Luckily, before Walker was terminated or put on a leave of absence indefinitely, I was able to go and get some old footage and put it up on the thumb drive. So my old laptop that I have a bunch of old footage.
Like the old stuff, like from when we were in high school, was like comedy gold because there was like a lot of funny ass people in our high school.
Yep.
That like I don't know if you remember. I don't know his last name. I follow him on Instagram. There's a Jeff.
Jeff.
Let me see if I can find him real quick.
No, not Kevin. Not Kilkenny, right?
No, Jeff Bangs.
Who?
Jeff Bangs. Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's now like a physical therapist for like a football or a basketball team for the Wizards.
I saw
for the
that.
Wizards. Yeah, he's like a therapist or some shit for the Wizards. Like, and he was hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I never expected him to actually have like a normal like job like that. I always expected him to go in like to acting or like something like in that genre, like job related stuff. Because that dude was fucking hilarious.
Also, too, and let me just put this out there. I'm not trying to come off negative in any way, or sounding like this is a negative thing or I'm hating on this. Okay, because I'm a huge anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge advocate and supporter of the LGBT community. Okay. Let me just shut up, Chris. Or Russell, shut up. Let me just put this out there. But sorry, I'm laughing because of Russell. I'm very surprised of how many people that actually are out of the closet now.
From our high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like a lot. It was a lot of people that came out.
Which was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying any names because I'm not putting people's laundry out there. But there was this one kid that used to pick on me all the time because I was performing and shit like that.
Yeah.
And now he's married to a man, and I was like, wait, what? I'm so confused. And so, but that's a porn star name. I'm just saying, like, it's so crazy going back and looking at people that you went to high school with 5 years later, 6 years later, and just seeing like, holy shit. How much
I look the same. The only thing different with me is I have facial hair now. It's the only thing different.
I just got fatter. That's about it. Carter, what's changed? How much have you guys changed since high school? Like, do you still connect with friends?
I still talk to him on Facebook occasionally, but that's about it. I mean,
yep.
Everybody's got their lives, and you know, I went to high school in Tennessee, and in Tennessee, so I really don't get to see them anymore.
Yeah.
And this shows my age. This will be my 30th anniversary.
Damn, dude.
Dude, does Tender even have anything like that? Because I have never received anything like.
Yeah.
So
I have high school reunions.
I've never been invited to one, or maybe it's just because but I don't have my shit out there. Like, I don't think a lot of people know I live in Texas.
Oh, they'll find you. They'll find you.
Yeah. So.
Really?
That's like CIA level shit. Hi, this is Ian. We're with the reunion committee, and we've been looking for you for several days now.
They will find you.
I actually had, I think it was Erica Spencer. It was either Erica Spencer or Megan Toro actually reached out to me and was like, hey, I know you live in Texas, but we're having our 5-year reunion or 6-year reunion. I forget what year.
5-year reunion? Who goes to their 5-year reunion? You just graduated college.
I don't.
I would not go to that shit.
What?
Most of them just. Most people have just graduated college.
What'd you say, Russell?
I said most people have just graduated college.
Yeah, but they had a reunion and they invited me to go, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not flying up there for one night. No way.
Yeah.
But and plus,
if it was what, like 10 years, when we graduate, like what, 2 years from now, if they like hit me up and they were like, let's do a 10-year reunion, I'd be like, all right, yeah, maybe I'd go up there.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I still have friends. All my friends live in Philly pretty much, for the most part, and then I have family up there still, so I wouldn't mind going up there for like a week or so and going to the reunion. But 5 years is like stupid.
Yeah,
I would go to a 10-year reunion though. That wouldn't be bad.
Andy, you look so lost, man. You all right?
Why?
He always looks lost, Carter.
I am lost.
Gabe has to come to this party. What party is he talking about? What party do you have to go to, Gabe? Are they having a Twitch party or something going on?
What party? I don't know. What party, Jesus?
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta take Mabby out again, so I'll be right back, guys.
Your dog has a tiny bladder.
Well, so in the studio here, it leaks, and she's been drinking nothing but water, and I keep trying to tell her to stop, but she doesn't stop. So now she's got to go potty, right?
Sure, Dom. Sure.
Okay. Carter knows what it's like. He has children, right? They constantly have to use the bathroom.
No, Dom, I believe you.
But they go on their own, though.
Yes, but my dog is trained. She knows not. My dog knows not to go to the bathroom in the house.
We believe you, Dom.
Also, we don't care.
Okay,
Actually, Dom, I
are
need
you
to
listening
go.
or not? I want to tell my cool story while you're not in the room.
All right, go ahead and do it.
I gotta put.
What's up, Carter? What?
I'll talk to y'all later, guys.
Okay, bye, Carter.
Well, that ruins it.
All right, Andy, tell your cool story.
No. Carter's not here. He's the only one I'm trying to impress.
You're not trying to impress Gabe.
I just met Gabe. You know, I don't want to. You know, like
he doesn't want to show his clout. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to try too hard. I don't. You know, I don't want to be that guy.
He doesn't want to flex.
He was.
He doesn't want to flex.
My timing is impeccable.
What was I gonna say? Are you gonna go do the dog or not?
That sounds nasty. Don't say it like that. Will you let the dog out to use the bathroom? Don't sit there and say, "Are you going to go do the dog?" I don't molest animals, Andy.
Anymore.
I've been on the phone
anymore.
When Tristan's been telling you to stop fucking the dog, so I'm just putting that out there.
Look, my wife is jealous that me and my dog were very close. We spend a lot of time together because my wife.
You spend more time with your dog than your wife.
You see who's at the studio right now?
My wife hates me.
Is your dog a girl or a guy?
It's a girl.
Just another bitch.
What?
Just another bitch.
It's one of Dom's side bitches.
Yeah. Your wife's like, damn it, he's with the other bitch now. Is that bitch in the studio with you?
You were asking about high school stories.
Yeah, go ahead, tell your story. I have to let the dog out, but I'll be watching on my phone.
Okay, yeah, sure. I wish Chris was here because, okay, we had this student teacher. I'm not going to say her name, but she was a metalhead, and we were all metalheads in high school. Still am a metalhead, and we were going to like a local underground show, and we were like, "Hey, you like metal? Why don't you come to the show?" And so she shows up, spandexed out, fucking ripped shirt, just fucking hair out to here, and we're like, "Dang!" And I don't know how, but we wound up back at her condo. And she had, I think, 2 or 3 roommates. It was a 2-story condo, like 3 or 4 bedrooms. And there's at least like 7 fucking high schoolers there and her. And we're getting fucking trashed. I mean, I think we puked in all of the fucking bathrooms that were in that condo. My friend's brother was there, and he's got cerebral palsy. But he was fucking partied hard. He was sitting in like one of those director chairs, like a high director's chair. He got up and he took a couple of steps and just bam, hit the fucking chair, broke the chair, busted his head open, bled on the carpet. And we're like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? So we put the chair back together, like where it just looked good, but the next person that sat in it, it would fall apart. We'd be like, yeah, you broke the fucking chair. We took the foot of the chair and put it over the blood stain. My car almost got towed because I was drunk and I hid my keys so that nobody would let me drive or could get in my car and drive. And they were like, they're waking me up like, dude, give us your keys. They're trying to tow your car. And I was like, fuck you, you're drunk. And I can't remember what all else happened, but Chris wasn't there. I was telling Chris about this the next day, and then he went and basically told the teacher that we had partied at about this. And then so I'm walking down the hall, and she's like, hey, come here. I was like, hey. And she's like, what the fuck did you tell Chris? And I was like, oh shit. So I ran over to Chris's locker. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, don't say anything about the fucking teacher that we partied with. He's like, why? It's because I know that you're telling people and it's going to get out and she's going to get fired. But that's probably like the wildest fucking shit that we did in high school. We all partied with our fucking, I don't remember what the fuck she taught. Was it English? But you know, she was like a college student as a student teacher and shit. But
I never partied with a teacher. There was a teacher the year after I graduated that she got caught fucking a student.
I don't know why that's such a common thing.
Here's the thing. I don't get. She was ugly.
Oh
ugly. No. And the guy that I knew the guy who she was sleeping with, and like he dumped his girlfriend for her, and the girl he had been dating was like smoking hot. Like,
oh my god,
very hot. And I was sitting there like, why the fuck did you?
Yeah, you got a hot fucking high schooler and you dump her for the ugly teacher. We had a hot. I was taking typing class, and we had a hot. I think she was a student teacher. Oh my god, she was a redhead, dude. She was beautiful.
I love redheads.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I'm a big fan of.
Boy, you finished quick, Dom.
You like that?
It's all that practice in the AV club, dude.
Yeah. No.
I'm going to go quick before someone catches you, dude.
Wait, what?
I'm going to go quick before someone catches you.
Jesus Christ. No.
I'll be right back, too.
All right.
I'm going to run that for like 2 minutes.
All right. No. It rained, so of course Maddie is a prima donna when it rains that she has trouble. Hold on one second. Let me fix this behind me.
He's been everything.
Yeah, whenever it whenever it rains, she has trouble. Like she doesn't like the wet on her balls, so she like
doesn't have balls.
I said paws.
You said balls.
I said Paul.
I heard balls.
You definitely said balls.
No, I didn't say balls.
Yes, you did.
I said paws.
You said balls.
Balls. And it's pause. Like press pause.
Oh wait, my camera's not on.
Y'all are assholes.
You're the one who thinks your girl dog has balls.
Oh shit!
Being an asshole, sir.
That's
so.
That.
I don't understand your point.
Forget it. Let me just say real quick. I know he's not in the room, but god damn, look at that fucking setup he has. Like Gabe.
What do you
mean? What?
What do you mean?
Like I love those fucking those cabinets, dude. Look at them.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're badass. I'm actually pretty jealous that I don't have something like that. Russell, you sound tired.
No, actually, I'll probably be up till like 5:30 in the morning.
You're crazy.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I sleep till noon.
Why? I don't know.
What else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's gonna go to Paparolo's and hang out outside. That's what we should do. We should all dress up like Jay and Silent Bob and just hang out in front of empty fucking businesses.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm sure that will go over well.
We can take pictures.
One of us has to actually be skinny, though.
Gabe's skinny?
Well, Gabe doesn't live in Waco.
Yeah.
That is true. Andy, are you being called away?
Am I?
Is your mom calling you?
Am I? Mama? Are you calling my name, Mama?
She's calling about those fucking Hot Pockets.
I'm thinking. When I think, I turn my head to the left and I go,
Did you buy Rise of Skywalker yet, Andy?
That is a fucking shit show, nightmare, bullshit story.
Have you watched Tiger King yet, Andy?
No, I have not.
It's glorious.
That's what everybody else is saying.
It is. It's fucking beautiful.
I ordered my sister a Rise of Skywalker.
It's a beautiful white trash masterpiece.
And I think I would have gotten it a day early because I hit it on the pre-order. and it actually said delivery attempt on the 30th. But I had it sent to my sister's house, and when they fucking did the shelter in place order, she put a hold on her mail.
Why didn't you have it sent to your house?
Because I'm sort of cheating the Disney Movie Club.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, because you can't have you can only have one membership per household. So I kind of signed up under my sister's address.
Oh jeez.
And so
the people from Disney are watching you, and now they're going to come out.
Yeah, I know. They don't know my real name.
Why?
Anywho,
Andrew Brunner.
Brunner.
It's Bruner.
Whatever.
It's fucking John Malkovich. No,
fucking queer.
Oh, so it might have actually been there on Monday, but she had the hold thing put on there, and I told her, I said, well, look, can you take that off because I've got some shit coming, and I had ordered another movie that they sent me the wrong one.
They sent you Private Practice.
Yeah, they sent me fucking Private Practice season 3 instead of Burn Hollywood Burn. Which
there's someone out there. There's someone out there who got Burn Hollywood Burn, and they wanted Private Practice.
And so I called them, and they were really cool. They were like, "Oh yeah, you can keep that other bullshit. We'll just send you a whole nother DVD." And I was like, "All right, cool."
It's going to be Private Practice season 2.
Which I wasn't expecting from Disney. I was expecting him like, you better fucking send the Private Practice back before we send you the real DVD.
It's because nobody wants Private Practice.
Well, no, it's probably because Corona Chan hit. But so they had also sent that one. So I was like, hey, they're sending a replacement. I'd like to be able. She put her hold on for like 30 days, and I was like, I'd like to be able to check it out before the time limit fucking expires for me to return the second one that might not be right. And so when all this was happening, I was like, well, fuck it. My sister's birthday's coming up. I'll order a Rise of Skywalker. I'll order Rise of Skywalker on Blu-ray. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to order Rise of Skywalker on 4K for myself. That way I'll get a 4K, a Blu-ray, and a digital copy. And then she supposedly canceled the order on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So I went over there Tuesday and no mail. And the fucking mailman fucking ditched me. Went over Wednesday and I caught the mailman and he said, there's a on hold order for the mail here. And I was like, there's not supposed to be. And then my sister checked it again and she did it on her phone originally. So then she did it on the computer and canceled the hold. So, and then today the same mail guy says, okay, yeah, the hold is canceled, but I can't find the bin that the rest of the mail is in. They might have put it in rotation, whatever the fuck that means. So now I have to go back again tomorrow to hopefully receive all of my fucking DVDs and Blu-rays.
I need to fucking dust.
Huh?
Wait, what?
What you
dust? I need to dust.
Oh, you need to dust. I thought you said something crazy. They're gonna turn to fucking dust.
I thought he said I needed a bust.
Oh.
No, I did that. I did that earlier.
Speaking of which,
I need a waifu pillow. That's what I need.
I don't know where Gabe went.
Huh?
He went to go do something.
Maybe he went. Maybe he had to poop.
Time to poop.
Time to poop.
I don't know.
Where is?
I know we.
I'll pull it up on my phone. Fuck.
Let me pull this up.
I just seen something out of the corner.
Superman and Lois adds unforgettable actor Dylan Walsh as General Samuel Lane.
Why don't you check it out? Why don't you check out what's going to come on DC Universe so I can figure out if I need to cancel my fucking subscription or not?
You mean Disney Plus?
No, DC Universe.
What the hell's Disney Universe?
The DCU.
D, like the letter D. Like
Jesus. Okay.
C,
Yeah. So that wasn't like.
Chiodo universe.
That wasn't.
D,
universe.
as in you're a douchebag. C, as in you're a cuck. Universe.
So, yeah. I was thinking, for whatever reason, I was thinking Disney Plus in my head.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why. But
What am I looking for? Oh, no.
see, I kind of want to wait
And there it
for.
goes again.
Like, see, I don't know if Gabe's watching. Gabe, if you're watching. Wait.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, do it again. Do it again.
I do that on the phone sometimes. I'll be like, hey, what? And it sounds like the phone's just going fucking crackhead.
I'm hungry for like something sweet. We don't have anything sweet in our house.
One night, I hadn't had anything sweet to eat in a long time.
Create has come.
I called. What? What did you say?
Hey, whoa. There's Gabe.
What the fuck did he say?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm grilling.
you're grilling?
Yeah, I decided to make some food.
Dude, that's what's up. Yes.
So I'm grilling some steak real quick.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, my parents were like, "You're gonna let this steak sit out here all night?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I better go cook it real quick."
Uh-oh.
But I'm here, so we can keep conversation going.
Were you listening to what we were talking about before we popped on?
I was not.
Hey,
I
where
was trying
does
to
he
download
live?
Hangouts real quick on my phone.
Gotcha.
Houston. He
I live
lives
in Houston.
Oh, Houston. Oh,
in the great state of Texas.
he can go. He can go.
Tejas.
Hey, he can go visit Amaranth
Oh, yeah. And Niesweidhofer.
and Niesweidhofer. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We're coming to your house, Gabe.
We're gonna set up shop and hunt them down and kidnap them.
Hunt them down again.
So, real quick, you guys, I know, Russell, you're not going to care about this.
Nope.
But, Gabe, you're a Star Wars fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Die hard.
do you have Disney Plus?
I do.
Okay. So, did you hear about Obi-Wan Kenobi coming to Disney Plus?
Yes, I can't wait because Ewan is the best.
Is it coming early?
No, it's actually delayed once again. Because they had a season.
I heard it was on DC Universe.
Fuck you. They had a. Hold on one second. Oh, that's Russell. So they had a season 1 written out, and then Ewan McGregor read it, and he's like, "This is fucking trash. I'm not doing this."
Really?
Yeah. And so
That's good though, because he wants to do it right, which is, how it
Yeah,
should
he
be
didn't-
done.
Yeah.
he didn't
Because
wanna do
he's
it.
the best.
He didn't want to do any SJW bullshit.
right.
He's the only reason why the first, second, and third movies are good. That and fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
I agree.
Oh, what y'all hating on my boy Jar Jar?
Jesus, Jar Jar's the only thing that I wish would have happened.
Jar Jar, hell yeah.
Jar Jar's the best dude.
Yeah.
So apparently, also too, one of the things was that Obi-Wan wasn't English enough. So this kind of scares me a little bit.
English enough?
Yeah, like the writing wasn't English. Like it's not how an Englishman would speak.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that Ewan McGregor wasn't English
no,
enough. I was like, I don't know.
So it's being reported by Variety that Obi-Wan Kenobi's Disney Plus series finds a new writer in King Arthur: Legend of the Sword, scribe Joby Harold. I don't like that.
I don't know who that is.
What did you say?
I don't know who that
They
is.
should just have John Favreau, the guy that wrote The Mandalorian. They should just have him do everything.
No, they should have. What's her name? What's her name? Hold on one second. Let me grab it.
Also, I'm not a big fan of the casting of the Mandalorian season 2, because I'm a big fan of the Grey Jedi's. I love Grey Jedi's personally, especially Qui-Gon Jinn, and for them to take one of the most rounded out characters, Ahsoka Tano, and get Rosario Dawson to play her is just like so shitty in my opinion. They could have got someone so much better than her.
I've not watched much Clone Wars, but I'm gonna reserve judgment on that one.
So
I know how she was when it came to Iron Fist, right? And like I just did not like her in Iron Fist. I thought she was just
Iron Fist was shitty. A good character. Iron Fist as a whole was a shitty show.
Okay,
true.
She was good though in Daredevil and in Luke Cage.
That's fine, but in Iron Fist, her performance was very shitty. I mean, whether that be because of the script and the role that they were trying to get her to play. I forget what comic book character they wanted her to be. The chick that has like the metal arm and the samurai sword. Yeah. But she has like a
no.
Like
the other chick
arm,
was that was the other chick.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was the other chick. Yeah, Rosario Dawson.
But I like that Asian girl, the one that played her. But I don't know. I just didn't like her performance personally. In Daredevil, she was really good. But I mean, Daredevil was obviously like, in terms of all those shows, like Daredevil and Jessica Jones were the only two that were really done well, in my opinion.
Oh, the first episode of Jessica Jones is fucking sweet.
Well, it's being.
I mean, I'm also a big fan of David Tennant because I love Doctor Who. So seeing David Tennant play Kilgrave was just like, oh, it's just chef's kiss. It was perfect.
Well, it's being rumored. Now, like I said, it's just a rumor, but Charlie Cox is returning to the Marvel Universe as Daredevil in Spider-Man 3.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I'd be okay with that.
Like the ending of that first episode of Jessica Jones, where she like gets into the elevator and fucking shoots her parents.
Thank you.
And then
for spoiling it because I couldn't get past.
How have you not seen?
Well, that's not that. It doesn't really spoil anything.
Well, here's the thing. I watched the first 20 minutes and I hated it.
Oh,
it gets a lot better. Kilgrave is a fantastic villain.
Yeah, you gotta let it. You gotta let it. The ending of that first episode is brilliant.
I don't know. I just couldn't.
Yeah, it starts off a little slow.
Is what?
It starts off a little slow.
Yeah,
but
Dom, you have bad judgment.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you kind of do.
How long have we been live? How long have we been on?
I don't know.
Howard, what time is it?
It's like 10:10.
Didn't we start at like at least 7?
I got on at like 8:30.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this up to you guys. Do you want to continue to broadcast and do a live show, or do you kind of want to end the show but still be on Google Hangouts and just kind of talk and bullshit a little bit? So, what do you guys want to do?
I don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care?
Gabe's muted.
Yeah, he is muted.
Sorry, I muted myself because I ran inside real quick to grab a knife. But no, I don't care either.
Okay.
It's up to you. You're the one with the YouTube show.
It's your show, Dom.
It's your show, Dom.
It's not my show. It's our show.
Why's your name on top of it?
It's no longer on top of it.
Your name it still says CHIODO.
Okay.
CHIODO Entertainment Network.
Not either.
But what is a CHIODO though? That's the question.
It's a U.
It's a U.
It's a U.
I changed. So it used to be the Dom Chiodo Show and then ChiodoLive and Campfires on Dagobah. But it was time to change the Dom Chiodo Show and get rid of it and just CHIODO. CHIODO can be anything. Like if you're from Philly, John is a thing. John could be anything.
John.
So.
Huh?
The John Show, dude.
The John. There you go.
What the fuck?
It's John is JAWN. It can literally mean whatever the fuck you want it to mean. It's just a filler word that we use in Philly. So you'll be like, "Hey, pass me that John right there."
And it's a fucking stapler.
Or like, oh, look at that fucking John right there walking around the street.
Yeah.
Dumbass jaywalking. Or like, fuck that John. Like, literally, it's just a word that we just use. Like, it just became embedded in, like, Philly talk. Where it's just, like, we just use it for anything. Where's it come from? It just, I don't know where it came from. It's just something that, like, every Philadelphian uses.
I think I'm going to get off because I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I want to go find
And you're
food.
watching me cook steak?
Yeah, now I'm hungry. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, man.
Cooking this steak.
Yeah. All right. Well, when I think it's your show, Jesus said it's your show, Dom. Yeah. I don't know. I want to keep going, but it's already 10 o'clock, and I don't know. I think you know what? I also have my PlayStation in front of me, and I kind of want to download the Star Wars game. The Jedi.
Which one?
So on PlayStation Network has Jedi Academy. What was it, Andy? Jedi Academy and what else?
I think it's
Coder?
Jedi Outcast, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic is the best one.
I agree. I agree 110,000%. Also, going back to what you were saying, I think they should. Do you guys read any of the Star Wars novels?
My brother does, but I do not.
Okay.
Because he has like 90%. He has a lot of the old ones that are no longer canon. But I haven't read any of the new ones.
If you ask him, he'll probably know who this person is. But she wrote the new Rise of Skywalker book. Her name is Ray Carson. I don't know if you know who she is. But
sounds familiar.
She is a fantastic writer. And she wrote a couple episodes of The Mandalorian. I think they need to bring her on and have her write either a Star Wars movie or a Star Wars TV show because her writing is fucking brilliant.
What I'm really interested in seeing is how the Darksaber went from Rebels to the Mandalorian. And I think that's what they're trying to like round out in the Mandalorian season 2. That's why they're bringing Ahsoka back, and I think they're bringing Rex back, which would be fucking sick. Because I don't think Rex died in the Clone Wars. So if they're saying that, and I think Rex was in the Rebels as well, if I remember correctly. So from what the rumors I heard were Rex and Ahsoka are going to be like traveling the universe together, which would be fucking dope. Because I like Rex a lot, and I'm a big Grey Jedi fan, like I said. So any Grey Jedi, like shown in canon, is like fantastic to me because I feel like Grey Jedis aren't really talked about that much, but they're like a very important part of the Star Wars universe that nobody really like thinks about unless you're super into Star Wars. And Grey Jedis are, which brings me to the point of like, I think at the end of episode 9, right? Like, that's essentially what they're like putting it out to be with Rey having the orange saber, is saying that like, you know, she's now going to be a Grey Jedi because she has the ties to the dark side, but she does, you know, and she's not necessarily like a Jedi either. So she's just in the middle.
I thought her lightsaber was yellow, which indicated.
It's yellow. It looked like yellowish. It's more like yellow orange, if I had to say.
I mean, I'm a colorblind motherfucker, so I don't really know.
I mean, me too. So
I don't really know.
It looks about yellow.
But I thought like the yellow lightsaber was they're more of peacekeepers.
Yeah, that's the Templar guards had that color saber.
Yeah.
So like that, they were like tasked with the keeping the Jedi Order on Coruscant like at peace essentially.
Right.
But they were all wiped. So my thing is, I don't think she probably got another crystal. I think what happened was she just embodied her essence, you know, into the crystal. Because if you read the comic, this was the one that I read, the one where Kylo Ren gets his crystal. he just takes his old crystal and imbues it with like the Sith energy, and it turns it into the red saber, but it cracks when he's doing that, and that's why they explain like why he has the hilt the way he does, because it needs to have like the vent, because when he originally put it into a normal lightsaber, it like caused too much like heat, and it like burned him. So they said that he had to put like the saber with the hilt with the two exhausts on the side, which is why it looks the way it does. So I think that's probably what she ended up doing, because like she has a lot of like Sith or I guess force powers, if you want to call it that not everyone had, in the original series, which is also something that I find interesting is like they keep adding that, which is cool. Like they're showing more force powers and everything like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those pictures now.
The one that I saw, it looks exactly like his Kylo Ren lightsaber, except the hilt part. But when the picture that I saw, the end of it was discolored, like it was already a little too hot.
Yeah. From what they said, it was like, from what I got from it was that they said that fuck, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. ADHD, sorry.
Did they mention
or something? I do wish that she did have like a staff lightsaber like the original Temple Guards, because like in 7 she's very like adept with using her like bow staff, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So that would have been sick if they did like something like that, where it's just like an elongated hilt, where it's just that would have been like cool as shit actually if she did that. But okay, back to my point. Now that I remember, oh fuck! Now I don't remember. I'm tired, so thoughts are coming in and out. I'm trying to like remember everything I'm thinking at the same time.
Also, with Ray's lightsaber, we didn't get a whole lot of pictures of it. But
yeah, true.
Just in the movie, it almost looks like a short, double-ended lightsaber. Because the bottom of it kind of looks like another, what do you call it? Not projector. I forget what they call it. Emitter. It almost looks like there could be another emitter at the other end, because it's shaped funny.
Yeah, so it could be like a dual-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which would be sick if that was the case. I wish they showed a little bit more of that, or like, I don't know, I would have liked to see like what the next part or like of her journey would have been.
Yeah.
Like, whether she, because like they kind of leave it on an open-ended like ending where it's like, okay, well, is she gonna like rebuild, the order, or is she gonna like look for people that are Force, because they were like, it looked like they were trying to go that way with the whole Finn thing and be like, oh, he's Force sensitive, because he was feeling like, I think he felt when like Leia died, right, or something like that. So like,
yeah, I think so.
So I think I was really hoping that they would show like her and Finn together, like lightsaber, like dueling or something, or like practicing.
Yeah,
like, that would have been sick.
Oh yeah.
I do like the ending touch though of like her burying the lightsabers like on Tatooine, which is sick. I don't like the I'm like what'd she say, like I'm Rey Skywalker or some shit at the end. I didn't really like that, to be honest, because I'm like, I get why, but like I'm just like,
Yeah.
You can just go by a singular name. Just go by Rey.
Yeah, just go by Rey.
Like Rey Skywalker, I was just like, just like why? I was like, you should have just ended it there, where she just like buried it and then like opened her lightsaber and called it a day.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hated the I am Skywalker. I hated that. I hated it.
Yeah, I hated it. I was like, that's stupid.
I think what they should have done was, I think they should have called her Rey Palpatine. I really think they should have taken that approach and just have her do good using the name Palpatine.
Yeah, and change her family name.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand the point behind it, but you know,
Ray Skywalker hyphenated Palpatine.
yeah, you know, SJW the shit out of it. You know, you can't run around calling yourself Palpatine in post Empire era.
Yeah.
Because he's like the baddest guy of all time.
The baddest bad.
The bad guys are gonna want to fucking, I don't know, use you for your name or whatever.
Hey, hold on, guys, before you continue the conversation. So, real quick, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in. I'm going to end the show here, but, I mean, we're going to continue to hang out and talk some Star Wars. We just went from 20 viewers down to 2, so people have dropped off. So, I'm ending the show, which means people are tired of watching, which is okay. But thank you for coming on out to ChiodoLive. And real quick, let me just thank Gabe. Thank you for coming on to the show and being a part of this. And hopefully we can have you part of the show at some other time too as well. Andy, there's his picture right there. Thank you for coming out. I'm Dom Chiodo. You're watching ChiodoLive. Take care, guys.
Aloha.
Now I got to end.